All right, what's going on, guys? So, obviously, the beta for Gears of War Reloaded is currently live right now for PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Yep, you can go ahead and dive into the game right now and kind of play the multiplayer beta. There's a couple of maps that are available. Now, granted, the beta for the time being is currently only live from yesterday, which was Friday at the time of uploading this video, and it will end this Sunday, I believe. Yep, it will end tomorrow. So we're going to be playing a little bit of the Gears of War beta and kind of giving my overall 2 cents about what I think about the game. Now, just to add on to that, I do have a couple of things I do want to say. So a lot of what I say in this video has to do with the way that the beta was released yesterday, which was, once again, Friday, as the game released in quite the odd situation. So before we begin, I want to ask you to please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Also, let's take a moment to thank our channel members for supporting the Behind the Grind YouTube channel. Your help means a lot, and if you're interested in being a channel member, check out the information in the description down below. Thank you. So let's talk a little bit about Gears of War Reloaded, the beta. So as you guys already know, Gears of War Reloaded is meant to be a remastered version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which in and of itself was a remastered version of the original Gears of War back in 2006. So in a way to kind of test out the way that the servers are working and overall the gameplay and all that kind of good stuff, the performance, obviously the Coalition has released the beta in a couple of weeks leading up to the game, just so we can kind of have some time to familiarize ourselves with the experience overall. So in a great new addition to what I believe is the ever-growing Gears of War community, we have all the PlayStation Sony ponies coming in to play our beloved Gears of War game. And don't get me wrong, it has been a complete blast just destroying these kids who have no idea what's going on. They've never played Gears of War in their life, and well, yeah, that's kind of what happens when you come in and play Gears of War. You're coming into our territory now. If you guys didn't already know, I am a huge Gears of War fan, so much so that I have a Gears of War tattoo on my back, and it wasn't that long ago since I was just playing Gears of War Ultimate Edition online. Yep, I was still able to find some lobbies just a couple of months ago, about 6 or 7 months ago. I was really going in on the multiplayer of this game. But when it comes to the game overall, when it released yesterday, Friday afternoon, they had this really big problem where you couldn't find a match. My brothers and I tried to play online together, the three of us, and in 2 hours of matchmaking, we only found 2 matches. So once again, I do believe that this is due to the game's beta status. This is a beta, so it's obviously going to have some problems here and there. So I don't completely blame them for that. However, something does need to be said about the ridiculousness that is reusing this same matchmaking format that they have been using since Ultimate Edition. I never did play the original Gears of War Online. I only started playing Gears of War Online whenever Gears of War 3 came out. So I never did have an experience with the first Gears of War Online, but if it's the same, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. But for the time being, I'm just going to refer to Gears of War Ultimate Edition and Gears of War Reloaded as having the same exact matchmaking process. So the thing is that the matchmaking process in Gears of War Reloaded is the exact same as Ultimate Edition. And if you guys remember anything about Ultimate Edition, that matchmaking system sucked, dude. Like, you will sit there in a lobby and just wait and wait and wait to find a match. And unfortunately for us, yesterday, Friday, that was the same exact thing. We just could not find a game for the life of us. We found a game and we played 2 matches, and then people started leaving. And after that, it was just cooked from there on. So we decided to call it a night and just try again the next day. So it's currently Saturday, and I have been able to consistently find games. I've been finding games all morning now. I've been playing a bunch of Gears of War Reloaded online, and yeah, there's not really much to say, man. This is pretty much just Gears of War Ultimate Edition, but it looks better, it runs better, and there's a lot more different weapon skins, so they have added some new content, I will say. Now, whether or not we're going to get some new multiplayer maps in the full release of the game or some brand new characters, I'm not sure. If you guys already seen, if you have pre-ordered the game, or if you own Ultimate Edition already, or if you have pre-ordered the game, you will get access to Adam Phoenix and Civilian Anya whenever the game does release. So Adam Phoenix is a completely new character within this game in and of itself. So Whether or not we're going to get some new maps, we'll just have to wait and see until the full release, but I am definitely hoping so, because if we just get the same maps from Ultimate Edition, I will say that that is going to be a huge negative in my opinion. But anyways, let's kind of talk about some stuff that I've seen all over the internet when it comes to the gameplay that is the original Gears of War 1 format. Now, I've seen many comments and many disappointed fans and people complaining about Gears of War Reloaded being extremely clunky, and that somehow, don't even ask me how, somehow people had the opinion or the thought that Gears of War Reloaded was going to have Gears of War 4/Gears 5 movement. Let me just chime in here real quick and say, if you thought that Gears of War 4 movement was going to be in Gears of War Reloaded, which from the beginning they said is going to be a remastered version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition, you're insane. So just be aware of people who are complaining about things that there's really nothing to complain about. Like, if you don't like Gears of War 1, then you're not going to like Gears of War Reloaded. I saw many people complaining and just non-stop complaining about, oh, Gears of War 1, it's so clunky, like this isn't Gears of War gameplay. Let me just say this once again. If you are a fan of the Gears 5 movement and you are complaining about the movement in Gears of War 1, you're not a real Gears of War fan. You're a Gears fan. You're a new era Gears fan. Gears movement in Gears 5 is way too fast. It's way too hypermobile. That's not what Gears of War is. Gears of War is meant to be clunky. It's meant to be methodical, slow. You gotta master the movement. You gotta wall bounce and be a crazy psychopath. And it takes skill, right? And that's another thing that I think is going to turn people away from this game, is that Gears of War 1/Ultimate Edition/Reloaded is an extremely skill-based game. Yep. If you do not know how to play this game, you're going to have a terrible time. Now, when it comes to the shotgun hitboxes being strange, or the boom shot after explosions not kind of working in the right way that you would think, this is a skill-induced game. And if, once again, if you don't know how to play the original Gears of War, you're just not going to know how to play this game, and you're going to have a terrible time, because I will say this game is already extremely sweaty. I've been getting my ass torn apart all morning, but you know, it's good fun. It's that classic Gears of War fun and that goofiness and that clunkiness. So yeah, I really do want to end the video with this saying, if you were expecting Gears 5 movement and Gears 5 gameplay, you're not a real Gears of War fan, unfortunately for you. You're a Gears fan, and that's fine. If you want to go play Gears 5, go play Gears 5. But since day one, the Coalition have said that this is going to be a remastered version of Ultimate Edition, so we're not going to have that needless ultra hyper gameplay movement / ultra sweatiness in Gears of War Reloaded. We are going to have that beautiful, methodical, rage-inducing Gears of War Ultimate Edition gameplay here. So yeah, that's pretty much my 2 cents when it comes to what Gears of War Reloaded the beta is. And overall, I just want to say that yeah, this is the original experience that we got 10 years ago in Ultimate Edition, which can be a positive for some, a negative for others. For me, it's a positive and a negative, only depending on whether or not they add new content. I will be very happy if they decide to add some maps from Gears of War 3, like Mercy. Mercy is my favorite map of all time, and it would mean a lot to really see them bring that map into Gears of War Reloaded. To be honest, I don't really see why they couldn't. So yeah, what do you guys think about Gears of War Reloaded beta already? Have you guys been checking it out? Have you been getting your ass destroyed? Or have you been wrecking some of them PlayStation Sony ponies? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you think about Gears of War Reloaded. But with all that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel for more content. Also, if you wish to support the channel further, I'd encourage you to join the channel for $5 a month for exclusive perks. Thanks. This has been Behind the Grind, playing Gears of War Reloaded, aka Lobby Simulator, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!